Hello, and welcome to Pillars of Eternity. Okay, let's get inside there and speak with him.
Your master awaits a worthy pupil. Let the apprentice who has perfected a spell and gathered the lessons of his fellows speak his purpose.
I am ready to seek counsel, Howard.
First, you shall prove your merit. A wizard must protect himself from the arcane and the mundane, from spellcaster and soldier alike. Of the many defenses available to the wizard, which comes first?
Awarded mine. I wonder if it's the new thing that just popped out, by the way.
You have learned well. But a wizard must also defend against his own deficiencies, lest he fall to them. Which weakness is deadliest?
I will return with the answer. I think I have to read them all again, just so I'd be certain that I don't mess this up. Wariki. You tinker with blades and bludgeons, while you pierce shape the bodies and minds of kids, and they look down on you for it. Let them. Spell work often attracts a certain kind of mind, one drawn to the mastery of the theatre of a grand arcane spectacle. But you are burdened with no such pretensions. You see magic for what it is, power, raw and malleable. You shape it as best suit your needs, and this is what gives the greatest spell their strength. While the other apprentices are still perfecting their own ambition spells, you will complete yours. When that day comes, strike them down, and then do not hesitate. Thanos, more than any of the others, you have chosen a path that complements your natural traits. Your mind is a maze, and you use it to ensure not only your throws, but also ensnare, but also your fellow pupils. They are blind to it because they look you and see an animal, which is why I shall only warn you once. Attempt your trickery on me, and I will give your corpse to Paladin. I feel the workings of your mind as surely as you would feel a disturbance in your web. You would disperse me with readily as you would follow me. But the first defense of any wizard is awarded mine, and I have had centuries to straighten mine. Sebel, it gives me pride to see what you've suffered for your craft. The other apprentices may be more learned than you, but none match your tenacity. For you understand something they do not. Your body is a shell. If you are to achieve the power you desire, you will outlive it. Your fellow fight schemes against one another. Only you recognize your true foe. What? Her body? And Paladin, you're the most talented of my apprentices, but your understanding is merely a page amongst the tomes of knowledge I have accumulated. Crab your pride until you've earned it. Not weakness is deadlier. I can almost see your hands shaking and your face rattling as you read this. You think that mastering is a basic hexis making you a worthy pupil. I had crafted Pacific staff when I was half your age. And while I worked, my peers plotted against me. You may have surpassed the others for now, but they will band together against you if you give them reason. Conceal your skills with mistakes, hide your malice behind smiles, sacrifice your vanity for few precious years that you might survive long enough to earn the title of wizard. Okay.
Your master away. A wizard must protect himself from the you have learned, but a wizard must also defend against his own deficiencies, lest he fall to them. Which weakness is deadliest?
That shall be pride.
Many fall by overestimating their own power. Yet for the wizard who understands the nature of magic, power is nearly limitless. What quality of magic is most critical to powerful spellwork?
Malleability. It can be shaped into any spell.
Yes, though few will ever grow skilled enough to wield it well. One test of your understanding remains. What is a wizard's true foe?
I think you said mortality there. That's exactly what I would say, actually.
You may proceed.
And yes. Everyone, stay here. I will go speak with the fool myself. If he tries anything, make sure you're ready to strike him down. An emaciated figure hunches over a stack of books as I entered the room. It raised, and I felt as though I could see catch rib and verbal shift in the place beneath a pale film of flesh. It turned twisting wasted skin and tenuous around its bones. Two eyes burned from its angular shrunken face.
You have the soul of one who is always restless, always searching. I wonder, is that what brought you to me?
No. When I heard about the torn bannerman, I thought I might need help.
I can deal with whatever pathetic mercenary band my rivals have sent after my phylactery.
He runs a bony finger along his cheeks, his eyes dim thoughtfully. A dry croak laughter trembled from his throat. He's a leech then.
But yes, you can help. Spells are fueled by ambient essence in the ether. A miserly trickle of energy that leaks from the wheel.
He traced arcane shapes in the air around me, around himself.
Because the medium is so poor, a wizard must normally focus his efforts on the runes and incantations that channel it.
He tended his narrow fingers.
But imagine what could be done with a more powerful source of essence. A watcher's soul, for instance.
Did you hire the torn bannerman to lure me here?
One of the other archmages, no doubt. My wager's on Arkemir or Lengrath, always hiding behind glamours and diversions. But it could have been any of my rivals.
Interesting. Hearing how many people want you dead, I can only assume that you have a lovely personality. And what kind of magic requires the power of a watcher's soul?
The most demanding and visionary kind. The kind that wizards have argued over for centuries. Names like Cadabald the Red and Mara of the Seven Hills. Even you must know of them.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The power to warp and wind time. Like a skein of wool wrapped about your finger. To strangle its flow to a mere trickle. Perhaps to reverse it altogether.
That is a very satisfying answer, sir. Who are your rivals?
In my eyes or theirs? You've surely heard of the great archmages of Eora. Nina Gauth, Minoletta, Sitzel and Kolakoth. Arkemir and Lengroth, too.
Okay, I have heard of some of them.
We've all shaped the study and practice of magic. Just not always to our mutual taste.
Tell me about your phylactery.
Would you think to steal it from under my nose? As if it were so easy. A phylactery isn't some bauble I wear around my neck or hide in a chest. It's a complex layer of spellwork carved into my skull with runes and sealed with a peg of Adra. It is the reason I'm here, surviving.
Well, I think I've heard enough. Farewell, sir.
Where are you going? I'm just getting started with you.
Whoa! What the hell? Did I read that correctly? So, I lost 666 to bandits and earned only this? How? My hirelings are not worth it. Everyone fall back in here. He forgot to close the door, the idiot. Okay, everyone, stay here. If he follows, I want him dead.
Hey.
Come on, fire that bloody... Cannon effects cannon with additional effect. Interesting. Everyone, run here. I want that ancient dead guard stopped. Take him out, now. Hold this position. Now, go in and take him out. Excellent. Go a little bit slower, I guess. Focus on the other one next. I want you bloody die. Nice. Sorta. I wanted to kill him, but apparently I cannot do anything with this pathetic weapon.
I'm here. Got an arrow. Nothing I can do.
Seriously though, this weapon is terrible. Maybe it's because I'm used to good weapons.
I will walk unseen.
Oh,
Ready, Watcher.
why don't you go in and lure one of them away? One by one, we'll kill his guard, and then he will follow. Hey everyone, this is our time. Take him out. You have to ask what happened. Sagani missed. Sagani's stunning shot hidden. Okay, this one's yours. There goes one of you. Okay, everyone, leave him to me.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, I killed him apparently.
I'm here. I'll take a look.
Take him out, Itumak.
After it.
No, you're not going anywhere. Run. Avoid Seek. It's going after Itumak. Interesting. Keep running. Keep running.
Following your lead.
Take it out. What is that thing? Take him out. Don't give him a second to breathe. Nice, eh? So what do we have here? Crushing Doom from Console Hold. Truly unique spell. Console Hold's Crushing Doom summons an enormous magical hammer that repeatedly slams down into a target, doing crush damage and knocking them prone. The hammer strikes repeatedly, becoming larger, more accurate, and more damaging each time. Might and Resolve. Boots of Stability, defense against prone. Wait, that's a pet. Grants Visage of Console Hold. The skull flows through some mysterious power of its own, chanting its teeth and rolling its burning eyes. I detected Console Hold's energy and essence still bound inside. Defense against spells. What exactly does it do? The companion of Console Hold's card has the ability to call upon the Archmage Shade for assistance. While summoned, Console Hold's Visage will cast spells, but the summons suffer raw damage for the duration of the undead wizard. Really? Drains their life force. Then it's kind of useless, isn't it? Still looks cool though.
Not a
I
sound.
can use his hammer to smash this skull, maybe.
Ready, Watcher. After an Eatmok. Dead on.
Hit him again. And then finish him off. That's 31. No, that's 30. And one more over here.
Ready, Watcher. Got an arrow for this one.
What, did you not work? Oh, it's immune.
Yes?
Yes, I know you don't have boots of speed, but maybe you can help me out a little. Nope, that's fine. I think I can handle him alone. The wax maker. How long will this actually take? 4 turns. The Helix mode. Major item. Let's assign you to this one.
I'm here.
Everyone,
Hello? Hello?
as you draw closer, the words on the scroll fade and disappear. The book contains lists of names, most of which are crossed off. You recognize the 4 names which haven't been scorched yet. Sabel, Pelden, Thanos, and Urakari. These rust-red figures on the scroll look though they were written in blood. These books burn your hand when you touch them. The clay tablet is ancient, and most of the symbols inscribed upon it are indecipherable. This book burns your hand. Yeah, I have.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not.
Lamp figurine. 3 shades, we already have this. The Life and Discoveries of Pentagram. Definitely have read that book. Scroll of Missile Barrage. Why don't you take that for now? Potion of Baron's Death Door. The Moons of Eora. An interesting read, no doubt. There's no description on this thing, of course. Okay, there's the Moons of Eora. The Life and Discoveries of Pentagram. Many people find these books intriguing, at least. The shelves of this bookcase overthrow with books. Loose pages of miscellaneous artifacts. Many of the spines you can see are scrawled with an indecipherable glyphs and are more completely blank. A proper search of this mess would probably take hours. One of the book is especially heavy. Pulling it out, I saw that it's a book of coinage with an assortment of action coins passed to the pages. I peel the coins away and take them. Hours of searching leaves you back aching and your eyes sore. You don't find anything else of value.
Keeping an eye
I
out.
actually didn't get fatigued this time. Sky Dragon's Eye. I've been looking for one of those. The Ocean Prayer. Big deal. Massive of Hand of a Code. Dearest brothers, or was it sister? Yeah, I remember this one. Didn't like it the first time either. Digging through the shelves, I picked up something that felt like a stack of scrolls. On closer inspection, I realized they're troll skins. Hours of searching, I didn't find anything else of value.
Not a sound.
The rich fabric is smooth and lambskin, and softer than most beds. Did I gain his phylactery or whatever it was called? What is this? Might and Resolve +2. This gives you 3 might. I think this is more useful for me right now. You do need different gloves now. We'll find you something, no worries. At the Vetoed Castle Hold, one of the greatest wizards in Eora. Truly, let's go speak with his last apprentice. Maybe she would like to hear of her master's untimely demise.
I'm here.
I don't believe it. You killed Consulhot. I had nothing to do with any of that, of course.
What are you going to do now? I'm going to continue my research. Perhaps Castlehoard has some lore in his library that could prove useful. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must get back to work.
I've got this.
Really?
I've got this.
Was that always locked? Do I need to kill you? Do I want to kill you? Ouch. Ooh, secret. Spider figurine. We already have this. Durgan iron ingots. Yeah, sure, let's take them. Really? I killed your master. You honestly think you stand any chance against me? Not gonna judge. Oh, come on. You shouldn't be able to see me. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm here.
Nice, you had an exceptional saber. Got quite a lot of good stuff.
Yes?
Seriously? Fine, go and take him out. Okay, use this. Both of you, take him out. That was the wrong guy. Okay, I know a wand is magical and all, but how can you cast spells without anyone holding you?
Hey.
Speaking of which, why don't you cast some weapons of your own?
I'm here.
Definitely need to rest now.
Laying low.
A shame, really. I didn't want to kill her,
Silent.
but she forced my hand.
I will walk unseen.
Let's see what lies this way.
Laying low.
Read all of these books as well. Such a pity. Let's get out of here. Do need to rest though. Now that we actually have that Sky Dragon's eye, maybe I should seek out what I can build with it. Also, maybe I should speak with the steward in Cad Noah. Again, did I get the phylactery? Don't know. Seems like I did not, actually. Whatever. A tough dungeon, a strong wizard. It had it all. It was fun. Sorta. The boss battle was exploited, and I'm glad that I did that. And again, if the game allows me to do it, then it has nothing to complain about.
Amazing. You could fit a whole village in here.
I know. Also, true to form.
Zawa is ready.
Since we are gonna rest anyway, I'm going to dismiss you.
Very well.
And recruit you. You know, except his grimoire, I don't think we found anything of interest in there. A ghostly skeletal hand rakes across the area, doing frost damage to enemies in the area, leaving them weakened and hobbled. Sure. The wizard summons a faithful bow, the dusk road. Sure. The wizard is protected by elemental shield that guards him or her against burn, corrode, freeze, and shock until they are overwhelmed or duration expires. Allows the wizard to temporarily borrow spells from priests and druids of the 7th level or lower. For a short duration, the wizard can cast stolen spells freely. The wizard invokes a sigil of a famed Valiant wizard, Milocalanta. When he or she is struck in melee, the sigil retaliates with pierce damage. Summons a Celinting of Woe Veritas Chaos that inflict variety damage and affliction to enemies passing through it. A prescient wind blows across the battlefield, inflicting ward and road damage to anyone in the area and leaving them weakened. Okay. I honestly don't care. Shock damage. We don't care about that either. Okay, damage reduction, shock, and shock damage. Or corrode damage. Sure, let's get this. And he's level 16 now. Also, I don't think this head is doing anything for him anymore. Intelligence 18. Wait, really? Crushing Doom. They said it's a unique spell. Can you cast it? Okay, let's see. Wall of Restraining, Substantial Phantom. Chaotic Orb. Named for the eccentric Advent Wizard 10, the Chaotic Orb bounces between a number of enemies, dealing damage and inflicting a variety of negative affliction, including petrified, paralyzed, weakened, sickened, stunned, and blinded. Roll damage, crush damage. Let's have this. Nyangood's Black Pages. I don't care who this guy is, but I think we might meet him at some point. Massive of Handa Code. All-consuming rage. This gives you might. We have something that gives me... Yes, this gives you 3 dexterity, which means we don't need you. Okay, first level spell, stuff, spirits and will. Let's give you a helmet that actually kind of fits you, shall we? This gives you athletics. It actually looks good on you somehow. Survival. Damage reduction. What about the cape? What does that give you? Oh, defenses, Mackin's endurance, damage reduction, slash, pierce and crush. Get a lot of helmets apparently. There. Now you look ridiculous again.
How may I help?
Yeah, let's talk, mate. Alok looked at me with quiet initiative. How may I be of service? Tell me about Adir. I've been gone for more than a year now, but I suppose I'll always think of the forest and feels of Adir as home. We have thousands of years of history and tradition behind us, and there is a sense of dignity and responsibility that comes with that. Of course, there is the baggage as well. Our imperial past is still fresh in the minds of many, as you may have noticed here. It has been difficult to adjust to the Islewood. People here are informal, hot-blooded, more attentive and in thought than duty. But as long as one avoids provocation, it's easy enough to get along. I've gotten accustomed enough to keeping my thoughts to myself anyway. Let's talk about Yliel for a moment. Such as, when did she awaken? My father was a strict man. He expected the best from his only child, and he didn't tolerate failure. At times he couldn't be rather adamant, particularly when he'd been drinking. Yliel manifested on one such occasion, to be honest. I don't remember the specifics, only that he was more careful with me after that. You said that you'd learned to hide her for a long time. My mother instructed me to keep her a secret after she first emerged. She feared that knowledge of awakening would render me an outcast. Even though Yliel proved useful against my father, I trust my mother's advice, and I've since come to see that wisdom behind it. Mirward is an extreme example, but one that I can relate to more and more each year. Can I talk directly to her? Her usurpation are uncomfortable enough, I'm not eager to invite her into my consciousness more than necessary. About your parents, yes? Well, why was your mother gone so often? She was invited to join the helming with the landing Thane when I was a young boy. His estate was 5 days' ride from home, inside the wood, so that was part of it. The real issue, however, was my father. Despite his initial agreement with arrangement, father was never happy with it. He would hound and harass my mother when she was home. He wanted to know whether she was intimate with the Thane, and no matter how many times she swore she wasn't, it was never enough. As you can imagine, that led her coming home much less often, even though she still supported us financially. I'm sure she was trying to take care of you in her own way. I believe so. She had an important role, managing the Lord Thane's land and administrative duties, and even though she was away, she provided well for us. It sounds like your father had a problem with his temper. He had a problem with my mother's hemming. Even though they agreed upon it long ago, that financial benefit would be considerable that it was little different from his role as Earl's steward. It ate at him, and so he drank and raged. When he was home, he raged at her, and when she wasn't, he raged at me. More than anything, he wanted me to become an arcane knight, in the service of the Earl, and I think he thought this would validate his chosen career and master. He was a firm man, as you saw, but in the end I became a skillful wizard, due to no small part of his stuckness. Nonsense, you accomplished that on your own, and you would have been fine without him pushing you. Are you so certain? I didn't know what I wanted for my life then. I surely wouldn't have been so focused without a little direction. Tell me about this Hamanch. What is it? A ceremonial marriage between folk and elf, because the Adrian mainland has historical split between the two races. We have many institutions that are designed to normalize relationships. Our monarchy is headed by folk, but an elven escort rules alongside raging Fairkioing or Mequin. This is the most prominent example of hemning. In many cases, a hemning allows two husbands to pool resources along the aristocracy. Hemning coloside power. Sometimes, as in my mother's case, a hemning is a means of a noble to add another administrator to his or her household. Consorts are received with almost the same level of respect as their noble counterparts, which can be extremely useful. Of course, hemnage are sometimes used to soundnize the extreme affair. I don't know what it really any better, but it seems to satisfy common notion of decency, and elf folk and folk unions are trial, which no doubt eases some concerns. Really? That's all I really wanted to know. So there are no half-elves in this game, from what I get. So, now you understand a little bit more about Isilmir. No thanks to that Animancer. My spleen. Black Bible. Come on! People like her shouldn't be allowed to practice animancy. But that's the whole problem with the field. It's all based on speculation and experimentation. Nothing stops a bunch of quacks from profiting off the ignorant of the masses. You show people a shiny gadget in the hands of an expert, and they believe anything. That is true. People are too easily led. Yes, people need something to believe, someone to follow, and danger of following a bunch of animancers is that even they don't know where they're headed. Why did you want to take Bella Sage's notes? Like I said, I didn't appreciate her praying. How long were you in the Gilded Veil? Not much longer than you. As you saw, it was hardly the haven that had been advertised. Any thoughts on what I should do next? It seems that Theos and the landing gear are to blame. We've got to learn more about just what they are up to. That's all. Wait, is it? Okay.
Aye?
So you have a level 9? No. Yes, level 8. Level 8 spells. That's for combat only. Don't know how effective this thing is. What's the diameter of this thing? 5 meters, almost 6 meters radius. That's a pretty decent spell. 3 meters. It's basically twice this one. Okay, I guess we...
Hey.
Yes?
It's only crushing damage, and this is only piercing damage. Well, this is only slashing damage anyway. Sabor's Moraine. Sabor Moraine was owned by an archer from the Valiant Republics who fought for Daewoodian independence when the War of Defiance began. It's a unique warbow, apparently. Many from the newly independent republics took up the cause and joined the battle to the north. The Valiants had no longer a more melodious name for this bow, but Sabra Moraine quickly became the local bastardization. No recorded histories explain where he got the bow, but plenty attest to its usefulness against the larger forces. Quick, powerful shots fired from this cover scattered and confused many Adirian units throughout the war. Exceptional bow. Sure, this one is a little bit better. Is that a war bow? No, it's a hunting bow. Still is better. The Black Sanctuary. Though its Mark's mark can be traced to the otherwise unremarkable smithy in Dolma, this shield earned its fame within the keeping of Powder's Grant, a young Adirian lord whose fondness for dueling became an inspiration for many anti-Adir folk songs and plays in time during the after the War of Defiance. Grint cultivated a reputation as a restless and unbeatable foe. For whatever a duel seemed to be going poorly, he would raise his back shield and resume the fight with renewed vigor. Grint employed the shield to great effect for several years until he finally found himself severely outmatched by a more experienced rival. Mistakenly believing that the shield could preserve him, even under practice of death, Garrett fled the field, only to bleed out on the bank of Iska Ayan Riven. Okay? Someone hit him with deep wounds, apparently. You know, I could actually have dual wielding. I mean, probably I should have had that before. Ring of Deflection. By the way, do you use this for anything? Well, that's it. Wow, that's weak. Very weak. Let's give you something decent, shall we? At least something a little bit more normal. A Warpop. What a cool name. Oh, no. We're not gonna give you a staff. We're not using those. Instead an iron ingot. All defenses. Okay, let's give you the rings we know you'd like. First, of course, this ring. You can have this ring. Need some resolve for you, mate. Stout damage, we'll see. Deception. Honestly, don't know what to choose here. This one will give you 2 dexterity. You know what? Keep the throw skin. It gives you 1 endurance per 3 seconds when you're wounded. Suppress affliction. And gloves. This one actually gives you 2 constitution. Makes you a little bit less squishy. And what do these do? Unarmed damage, +2. Really? I'm gonna take those for now. Immunity to sickened. What do you give? Survival and constitution. Perception. Of might. You don't need might, mate. Perception +1. This gives you perception +2. This one will give you 1 dexterity. Don't think it's gonna be worth it. What does that give you? Sure, you can have that. Now for some boots. +3 to athletics and maximum endurance. Reflexes. That's a lot of boots of stability we have. Delay unconsciousness for some time. Just to be clear, doesn't need you to flank them, just does more damage to flank targets. Okay. Okay, let's dismiss
Farewell.
you. Come you. Don't know what happened there. Lower dexterity. That is incredibly useful, actually. Yeah, reflexes go down, but otherwise it's better in my opinion. This gives you 3 lower. This one gives you 1 constitution. Just to be clear. This does not give you a lower, right? Okay, that does give you 1 constitution, and also gives you 1 might. What about resolve? And also gives you 1 resolve. So this ring brings all its bonuses to you and gives you a second chance. Cool. We have 1 more ring of protection here. We should be pretty protected right now, right? My deflection is hopeful though. My resolve. How much is my resolve? I think it's 12. It's 18. Why? Because I'm a human and siege barrier gauntlets. Sure. Okay, what next? Dexterity. Might, and this gives you dexterity. You can go to the... How much might does that give you? 2, plus 1 constitution. Oh, alright, I want to see this. 4 meters. I forgot which one it was. Ah, there it is. Moonwell. What is this? Stagler Tooth. That should help. Ravana's boots. Okay, and we don't need these. I'll have this here. Ring of Deflection. If we need it, I'll find it. Defense won't give us engaging, we don't need you. Against spells. Perception and stealth. It's okay.
Very well.
Okay, he looks less stupid with that. Not that I care much, but sure. Luther's Spell Guide. Alright, and that's it. Wow. It actually took me a long time to organize everything. Right, so let's rest. Actually, let's switch you up again because
Farewell.
you are useful, trust me. Oh, by the way, let's see. Garment of the Harmon House. I have summoned Lady Webb, a reclusive woman who seems to know more about me than I know about her. Fruit of Bomb and the Long Hunt, Sagani. The Endless Path. Did we find that blade part? Just wondering. Water jug, broken blade, sword hilt. You know what, I'm going to rest here and end this episode, as he looks ridiculous with that mace on one hand and the resolution on the other, but what can you do? So thank you all for joining me, and I'm gonna see you all next time. Goodbye.